Hey guys, what's up? It's Tim from Tim Michael Arts, and welcome to the Tim Michael School of Art, another speed paint video. I promised you guys I would do a couple, and here's one of them. Now, I did a full-length tutorial, so if you guys are really curious on seeing and hearing all the stuff that I talk about while I'm doing this drawing, make sure that you go and get the tutorial off of my website, timmichaelarts.com. And for those of you who just need something in reference to how to do it, and you have your knowledge already of how to do a lot of this stuff and just need some simple guides, this video should suit you great. What I'm doing here is I'm just rough sketching out a drawing that I quickly just sketched out from another image. I'm taking it off of its pad, and I'm taping some tracing paper over top of it. This is basically Photoshop in real life, where if you make a mistake, you can just throw away the tracing paper and start over again. So what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to take this and basically redraw it, maybe try a different style, maybe just modify a couple things, the nose, whatever. Just whatever things I really felt just didn't suit in the first drawing. Wonderful thing about tracing paper, like I said, it's a lot like Photoshop. If you mess up, you throw it away, you haven't damaged the drawing underneath. So go get yourself some tracing paper, and you'll see that it's really going to improve your art a lot because you can go over it multiple times. Now, in this layer of tracing paper, what I'm working on right now is my values, my tones. So if you take a look at the arms and things like that, you'll see that the lighting is really starting to show with that, because I have very dark lines on one side of the arm, and on the other side I have light lines. And the goal here is to show where the lighting is coming from, and also just to refine the individual sketch. And I mean, you can still be just as sketchy as you want, because we're not going to be scanning this image. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you my brushes. I have a number 2 and a number 4 Escoda brush. I go into detail on those in the actual video. I use a Speedball India ink with some water, and what I'm going to do here is go ahead and put another piece of tracing paper over top of this, and going to go ahead and make sure that it's tight as possible, and go ahead and start inking. My best advice to anyone who is just getting into working with inking with brushes, the best trick I can advise is make sure before you start inking to roll your brush on another piece of paper to get your bristles as sharp as possible. That way you get the sharpest lines as you're doing your inks. You don't need to have really big thick lines. You need to have detailed lines, and the easiest way to get truly detailed lines is to make sure that your brush doesn't have too much ink in it and that your bristles are sharp. So every time I re-dip my brush into my inkwell, I go over to that paper on the left-hand side, and I go ahead and turn my brush in my fingers as I'm moving it across the paper to make the bristle as round as possible. Alright, so I'm just doing the general inking now. I'm using a lot of the information that I got from the other tracing papers below, but I can still do whatever I want, you know, but I'm fixing little things. Like her rear end, I think, needed to be a little bigger, and I was able to do that pretty quick in the final adjustment. And just any little extras that I wanted to do, I could do in here. Like also adding this blocked-in tone for, you know, under her nose and for her hair and things like that. And converting this to vector will look really good if you have a lot of black fills, especially if you're trying to get the comic look like you know I enjoy so much. So this is where you can take all of this and you can do all these nice deep black fills, and once those are done, then we'll go ahead and take the tracing paper itself and we'll put it into our Cano scanner. That's the scanner that I use, a Cano scan, and I will scan it into my computer. Just finishing up some final shading just to show that she doesn't have a flat chest, to show some drop shadow. Now we go into my scanning software. Now every scanner has a different scanning software, but the main thing you need to remember is to scan in black and white, and not in color and not in grayscale. Make sure you scan in black and white. I do give other details on things that you can do that are going to help you in the final scan, but that's the big deal. Then we're going to go ahead and take it into Illustrator, and in Illustrator we're going to go ahead and hit the image trace button and trace it to a black and white logo. And there you go. You have a image ready to rock and roll. Now, if you want more information on how to color this stuff, you can check out the tutorial, and that mainly discusses everything that you're seeing here. You're basically seeing the full tutorial sped up. The full tutorial is about an hour, 13 minutes long, and has me talking all the way through, gives you all the information that you need to know. But then also, we'll also give you the little details and things like that. In future tutorials, I'll show you guys how to do color and stuff like that, okay? Alright, I hope that you enjoyed that. I hope you learned something from it. I know it was quick. I know it was fairly simple. I hope that it gives you some advice. For those of you who want more information and don't mind getting a tutorial off of my website, www.timmichaelarts.com. That's where you can get that. And then also, make sure to check out all the other tutorials I got on there. And thank you for everyone who goes on there and supports me. Subscribers who subscribe to my newsletter, you have a newsletter coming soon with details on this tutorial, discounted for you guys specifically. If anyone is interested in getting the discount, you can go to my website, timmichaelarts.com, and register for my newsletter. Thank you very much, guys. God bless you richly, and I'll see you next time right here on my channel, Tim Michael Arts. Make sure that you also check out my new channel, Tim Michael Arts 2, where you can see vlog videos of Shay and myself, my girlfriend and I. She lives in Montana, I live in Florida, and we talk to each other and talk to you guys and vlog about our day. It's a lot of fun. We have a good time. So if you're not yet subscribed over there, please show me your support. Go over to Tim Michael Arts 2 and subscribe over there. I'll make sure to leave links in the description below and right here on the screen. God bless you guys. See you later.